I like playing chess, it's a fun game, but like all fun, competitive, skill-based games, it causes arguments. And that's exactly what it caused in my school. This is that story. When I was in grade 5 or 6, an argument broke out between two boys. I'll name this one Ronald and this one Cormac. Cormac was a grade below me, and Ronald was my classmate. Ronald was coaching another boy, also my classmate, let's call him Neville, on how to play chess since Neville was new to the game. And then Cormac came over to play a game with Neville while Ronald watched. I was sitting in my chair a couple feet away. I forgot what I was doing, but I think I was eating, and I was vaguely aware of what was happening. Neville had taken Cormac's king with his queen, but Cormac said that isn't allowed. Ronald jumped in and said that it was allowed, and that's how the argument started. Another boy, also my classmate, let's call him Seamus, walked over and started arguing too. Then I walked over and asked what was happening, and Seamus told me what was going on. So now we were all arguing about whether or not queens could eat kings in chess. Cormac called his classmate over, let's call him Blaze, and Blaze started arguing too. Blaze had an older brother who was really good at chess, so Blaze was sort of an authority for chess in his class group. I was also regarded as a chess authority in my class. In fact, I played against Blaze's brother once. I lost, and I don't remember if I lost easily or I put up a good fight, but I remember the game lasted a while, so let's assume I put up a good fight. I suddenly remembered that Ronald had brought his phone to school, which we weren't allowed to do, and yelled for him to Google it. So he picked up his phone, unlocked it, and handed it to me for some reason, and I started Googling it. Everyone was quiet while I waited for it to load. I read it out loud. It's definitely legal, and it's checkmate if the queen is guarded, since the king won't be able to capture it then. So at that, me, Ronald, and Seamus started celebrating. Neville didn't even care anymore. He was just watching the argument. But the weird thing was, Cormac and Blaze were also celebrating. And then Blaze said, "See, it's legal, so it's not allowed." And then I yelled, "That's not what legal means." "Yes, it is." And then another argument broke out over what legal meant, so I yelled, "Google it again." So we Googled it. Legal. Permitted by the law. And with that, we were victorious. Blaze was actually a lot more offended than Cormac. Cormac was embarrassed, but Blaze was frustrated. He was half-heartedly calling for his brother to give a second opinion. Seamus started taunting Blaze, but I pulled him away by the collar and told him not to push Blaze over the edge because he was already close to crying. That argument was years ago, though, and Cormac and Blaze are actually really nice, but I do wonder if they started playing chess differently after that argument.